nice day out there. All right, what we got?
How do you, I guess, approach the bye week to kind of maximize the time to focus, but also maybe get a little time away?
Yeah, I mean, I think just getting healthy for one. Obviously, it's not the same for everyone. People are dealing with different things, but everyone's dealing with something at this point in the season. You played 7 games, and so just getting the body back feeling good is a big part of it. I think mentally resetting, knowing what's ahead of us. We got a 10-game stretch now ahead of us to put us in position at the end of this thing. So we need everyone in the right mental headspace, everyone healthy. So I think just using that time for that. Obviously, you kind of think about, it's hard to not think about who you're playing next and the opponent, and kind of start getting into that a little bit, but try to push some of that off just to give yourself some time to reset, because you've been going at it since training camp started, really all the way through until week 7, and then you finally get a little time to just breathe a little bit. So I think it's a good reset mentally more than anything.
William said that the teams that maximize the bye week usually there's like a time to self-scout, look in the mirror, how important that is when you kind of look at the offense, what you see.
Yeah, I mean, just the things that we've talked about that we knew, that we've known are problems, I guess, that we haven't done well are evident that we need to improve on. I think when you take a step back from it, though, and really look at it for what it is, yes, we need to improve, we need to get better, and we haven't played to our standard, but it's very, correctable things and things that I know that we can execute and can do well, and we can be a really good offense. So we haven't done that to this point. We haven't played a complete game, but feel very optimistic about where we're heading, the direction we're going, everyone being on the same page. I think that's a big thing, which was good for the open week, to get on the same page, to talk about some stuff, what we need to get better at, what we need to correct. And I really feel confident, optimistic moving forward, and like this unit is going to really make the improvements, and obviously starts with me, and I'm excited for another opportunity.
I think the last time you played the Raiders, there was both you and Max Crosby chirping with each other. Just what type of players is he, and what challenges does he present?
Really good player, very good. He's one of those guys. There's a handful of them in this league. I mean, a lot of great players in this league, but as far as just those defensive edge, defensive end, pass rusher guys he's just constant, nonstop. I think that's what, is admirable about his play, is that it is just such a high motor. Obviously, he's athletic and he's skilled and strong and good instincts, but he plays really hard. So, and that's something where he makes a lot of plays because of that. It's not always he's just winning right away. He has plenty of those on tape too, but it's the effort to chase the ball, to go after it, to cause fumbles, to tip balls in the air. It's all those things that I think make him a great player. And as you can tell, we have a lot of respect for him, and we'll, obviously have to think of him when you're game planning.
And Trevor, Liam said on Monday the importance of getting the screen game going. What has been missing when you've tried to run a couple of those?
I think it's been different things at different times. A couple times defenses, they sniff out some screens. That's happened just a few times to us, and so it's either a throwaway or tackle at line of scrimmage. That just happens when you run screens occasionally. And then some other ones, execution things. Maybe it's not the right landmark by whoever's catching it. Maybe it's the throws a little bit on the wrong shoulder, so we don't hit it, increase it right on time to set up the blocks. Maybe a offensive lineman got hung up inside. There's so many different things that can happen, but saying all that is, it's just on us to execute cleaner, all the time on those screens, because there's some big opportunities for us, and it's something that we got to be better at. And I think we know how we need to improve, and the different factors that have kind of come up in the past few weeks when we have maybe had some plays left out there.
How's your confidence that Brian is going to get things rolling again?
I'm very confident. I've had some really good conversations with Brian. I think we've gotten closer really obviously over the last couple of years as this has gone. And I have a lot of confidence in him. And, he's such a young player. I mean, he's in his second year. And I think that's part of developing as a player in this league. And I've gone through a lot of my own challenges as well, and times where, maybe I didn't play my best and felt like I was leaving some stuff out there. And so I think us just having that relationship, being able to talk to him, he's been awesome with me and very receptive, and I think the communication has been great. And I got all the confidence that he's going to play really well and be just fine. So I'm not concerned with that. Obviously excited for for these opportunities that are coming up, and the ones especially that he's going to have, and which I keep plugging away, keep working, keep building our chemistry, because that's a lot of it too. It's not, he's not out there by himself trying to do it. He's got me throwing him the ball. There's some things I can do better. He's got 10 other guys that are out there with him that also need to do a better job. So it's not just him.
In terms of Travis's involvement in the offense, obviously it was a career high for him the last time you guys played a football game, but in terms of his involvement moving forward, in terms of his growth in his knowledge of the playbook, how did you assess coming off the bye where he is?
He's in a good spot. I think every week he keeps getting better and better as far as just knowledge and understanding, and things are clicking more and more. Just got to continue to work. Just because we're making progress doesn't mean we stop, and we got to keep helping him every way we can, just because I know being in that spot, he's a young player, and I think just the more I can do for him to help him, the better we're going to be. And he's done a great job of just grasping everything on both sides of the ball. It's a challenge, obviously, to do that, and he's done a great job of it. So continue to help him, just talking, communicating about different looks. I think you're seeing that to start to evolve into knowing what he's seeing and him knowing what I'm thinking with certain looks, what to do, the right spot to be, and how he's going to run routes. I'm getting more of a feel for how he plays, and I think that's just going to continue to grow and grow as we go on.
Liam said he wants to get to be more balanced, call more run plays. How can the offense be more balanced kind of help the passing game?
It just all helps each other. It's like a big circle. Like he says that, and it's great because, as a coach and a play caller, to hear him take accountability to the team is pretty cool, because obviously as players we're the ones playing, and we know there's a lot of things we need to do better execution wise, and at the end of the day it comes down to us on the field making it happen. But to hear your coach take accountability is great, but on the flip side of that, if we can stay out of some second and long so we can help him stay more balanced and calling plays, so that's better, having better plays on first down, whether that's more completions. We've had a lot of incompletions, had some second and longs, or better first down runs, executing runs better. So there's a lot of different things where we can help him call the game how he wants to by just executing better some of the simple things. And I know as a quarterback, I've had some plays here and there to start games where I feel like I could get us on track earlier so that we can settle in and not be playing behind the chains.
How rare is that, from your experience, to have the head coach / play caller take accountability for the entire team like that?
I mean, it happens. I think that it's definitely happened in the past. I think the way everyone does it is unique, and I think the way Coach has done it has been awesome. It's been very, I'd say, genuine, very honest, and he shows examples of like, hey, this is, because it's one thing to say, hey, I got to be better here, and but then not to have any really examples of what you can do better, and for him to, like, he'll put stuff up there and say it in front of the team of, hey, this was not my best call here, and like this is what and how he's going to fix it moving forward. And I think just stuff like that is, as players, that he's not just faking it. He actually believes that there's things that he needs to do better to help us, and we know as players there's a lot of stuff we need to do better to help him. So I think that accountability is really cool when everyone is taking their share of it, because you all want to take more accountability when you see people around you doing it.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you.